proof by verbosity isn't exactly a fallacy, but I thought it would still be good to include it in this playlist because of exactly what it is. So it's also known as argumentum verbosum, or proof by intimidation. It's whenever one person uses a whole bunch of complex words and jargon and just tries to confuse everyone else, and then because he's confused them, everyone agrees that that person must be right because they're using all these complex words. How could they not know what they're talking about? And we'll see some examples where this is false. So in the first one, Thrasymachus says, cows can moo because their vocal cords take in air from the surrounding blood, send electrical signals to their feet that cause small vibrations in the ground, which make a moo sound in the air. Here Adeimantus, even though he probably does follow the reasoning, he still says, I don't follow your reasoning, I believe you made a purposefully complex argument. And here Adeimantus is kind of pointing out there that Thrasymachus is just trying to make it sound complex so that no one can really understand him. In the second example, Thrasymachus once again decides to explain how the world works. He says the wind blows because when people talk, they create sound waves, which cause butterflies to flap their wings, and that causes wind to blow. Here Adeimantus says that line of reasoning is wrong and is made to confuse people. So Adeimantus could point out that a butterfly's flapping their wings may have just a little bit to do with wind, but the effect is so minute it's not really even worth mentioning. And then our third one, Thrasymachus decides to explain why horses are faster than humans. He says it's because they move their tails so fast that it causes a sine wave of air to travel through the space-time continuum, and cyclomethane oxygenates the dirt beneath their hooves. So Thrasymachus is just spouting off anything, trying to make this as complicated as possible. Adeimantus says, what he said does not make any sense. Unfortunately, many people will believe it just because they could not follow it. And what's sad is mainly not educators. Most educators won't do this, but you will run into people who want you to agree with them, so they'll just come up with a whole bunch of fancy stuff and try to make it you think that's more complicated than it is. When if someone can't explain it simply, it's probably something they don't understand. Of course, there are a few subjects where that is an exception, but just in a general rule.